Hello, who's in here? Can someone please type a message or something so I know? Hello, hello. I see there's two people in here. Can somebody type a message so I know who's in here? Please and thank you. Well, meanwhile, tip your water because in our journey we drink a lot of water. I'm drinking raspberry black tea water. Um, it's quite tasty. I also have my favorite lately, which is tropical coconut Body Armor Light. They do make sugar free in some flavors. and okay, got you, Cooley. Gotcha, gotcha. I see you. Thank you. I look like a hot mess. Okay, now let me see here because Miss Lee, I don't know if she didn't. There she is. Okay, how do I add her? I sent her. Um, there we go. Okay, there she comes. Hey, sister.
Hey,
Okay, so we've got Crazy Cooley, and who is our other sister, and this is well, he's our sister, but technically, I guess he'd be a brother. He is definitely not gay. It's a joke. And then we've got my sister here, Miss Leanne. She's my soul sister. And I guess we'll go ahead and get started. We were on Crazy Coolies Live, and a couple of people come in. Now, we don't have control if someone cheats the system and comes in underage because we always mark our lives as no one underage. Um, we're all on a journey to lose weight. I'm a happily married woman. Leanne's a happily married woman. And Crazy Cooley is a very happily married man. Now, both of them have children. Leanne's is grown. Crazy's is 12 and 16 or something of that nature. and so when somebody comes in, whether it's on TikTok, I don't care where, what app, and because of our past, a lot of us have past where we were mistreated, abused, molested, whatever the case may be. Some of us were not. Okay. But if someone comes into our life and they're talking suicide and they're talking about having been molested, whatever, we, without thinking, because we have big hearts, we jump on the bandwagon. And that is what all of us in Cooley's Live done. We jumped on the bandwagon and we wanted to help. Nothing more, nothing less. I did give out a text now number, which I plan on changing. After his live, after I finished cooking my wonderful husband his meal, Leanne and Cooley and I spoke along with his wife, and we come to the conclusion that as much as it breaks our hearts and as much as that we would love to be able to help these young girls, it is not something that we're going to be able to do because they are underage and we are not licensed. We're not a cop. We're not a medical professional. Some of us have medical background. I have medical background. But with that being said, we're not a licensed psychiatrist. We did give them the 988 number, which is a number you can text for the suicide hotline number. I believe if you Google and maybe in a later video or in the messages to this video, I can get a phone number if you prefer to call. You can dial *67 and then your number, and that will keep you private. That is the most we are going to be able to do because they mentioned in the live, and we didn't even think about it, that they were like 14. 10 plus, I believe is how they said it. And then one of them mentioned 14. Well, we panicked because the one thing you don't do is you don't take somebody who says that they're suicidal and you just ignore them. If one of them harmed themselves because we ignored, it would crush all of us to our very core. Um, but with that being said, a public app, and we're not professionals licensed to help. And because there are laws, we come to the conclusion that as much as it hurts us to our very core, that none of us that was in that live are going to be able to help Jency or little, what was her name?
Little Irish.
Little what?
Irish.
Little Irish. We are very sorry. I hope that you girls, since you're close to each other's age, can form a bond and help each other. What I can tell you is that bullying doesn't stop. It doesn't stop whether you're 12 or you're 50. We still get bullied because of the journey we're on, taking Manjaro, watching what we eat, working out at the gym, exercising, whatever the case may be. But as adults, my thing is I say, I'm a badass bitch and you can't affect me. Okay? And I won't allow it to happen because I allowed it to happen my whole life. I got my badass bitch sisters who feel the same way. And so we stand up to bullies and we show them by taking their negativity and turning it into our strength. As a young adult, I just got word Mama Says has hit 1,000. Yay, Mama Says. Now you can go live. I'm so proud of you. Mwah. Back to my thing. But as a child, I understand. And I'm not talking to you as children because I don't believe in that. I believe that you should talk straight, just like you would to anybody. You deserve that. You deserve the same respect as any adult. It's harder when you're a child. You have to be really strong. You have to remember that bullying is temporary, suicide is permanent. And I can remember many times thinking, if I wasn't so scared, I would harm myself as a young person. But I was too big of a chicken, and I'm so glad I was because I'm living my best life, even with all the crap I've been through. My mother put a gun in my face. I've been raped. I've been molested. I have been bullied. I had a father who was a child molester. Okay, he was a sorry little bastard. Okay. Um, I've been mistreated because of my size. I've been told I shouldn't be so picky by men, that I should just pick up a man and let him have sex with me because, I'm a fat ass. Fat asses don't get an option. Well, guess what? They do get an option. And if you're smart, you will learn at a very young age to stand up for yourself, not allow people to bully you, take their weakness and make it your strength. Because I can remember the day that I graduated, there was a girl who always put her nose in the air and thought she was so much better than me. Me and half the class. And she said, When I have children, they're going to wear the best, go to the best schools, they're going to have the best home, they're going to have the best of this, they're going to have the best of that. And about 4 years later, she was married to my cousin living next door to me. They fought nonstop. And one day I was in the yard and she got hauled up by the cops because she wanted the very best. And my cousin, who had a good job, but he wasn't rich by any means, it wasn't good enough for her. So she started stealing money from her job. And I would say that her children got less than even the necessities because of that, if she ever had children. So just because what I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make is this. Just because at your age, when people are saying things like that, bullying, mistreating people, a lot of times they change when they grow up, or they end up being the ones who go down the sinkhole. Okay? You could grow up and be the president of the United States of America. Who knows? Okay? And you can look back and go, look here, look where I'm at today, because your weakness made me have strength. Okay? So don't ever allow anyone to bully you into committing suicide, going to the cutting, whatever people do, nowadays. Be strong and talk to your parents. Tell them how you feel. Talk to your doctor if you don't feel comfortable talking to your parents. Um, talk to a counselor. Call the 988 number. Look up the suicide hotline number. Um, Anything, whether it feels like it or not, is fixable. What is not fixable is if you kill yourself. You get one chance, and one of two things is going to happen 9 times out of 10. You're either going to permanently kill yourself, or you're going to turn yourself into a vegetable and live a miserable life. And then guess what? The bullies of the world, they win. Don't allow them to win. I wish, because of the community we're in and what we're doing as adults, that we can help you. I'm going to have to ask that you not contact me and that you do not call my text now number. When I figure out how to do it, I will be changing that number. Um, Unfortunately, I will have to block you if you come into my live because you have stated that you're under 18. And as much as I want to help you, I'm on a journey to help people. Unfortunately, because of laws, I can't help anyone under 18. And I can't lose what I've worked so hard for lately, no matter what. I have to have tunnel vision and I have to keep going. So in the future, your children, your children's children, they don't feel the bullying that you feel. And the only way to do that is to educate people now and hope that they can help educate people. And that it's somewhere in some time in our lifetime, maybe not even in our lifetime, that we can educate people enough that there will be bullying and suicidal tendencies. And I just want you to know because I don't have to know you to love you. And, and I mean nothing perverted by this because I love everybody. And I want you to know that I love you guys. I feel very bad that I have to do this. This is probably harder than anything I've endured in the last year and a half on my journey. Is that to walk away if you truly are needing that help, that it has to be done. And I'm sorry. And I just hope that someday if your parents, I had parents I couldn't talk to. And that's probably what you're going through. Remember that when you had children, okay? Remember that and remember that you can be open minded and listen to your children and help them through because it's not an easy life. And I'm sorry, but I can't help you. But I do hope that you get the help that you need. Please talk to somebody and somebody who knows what they're doing. A psychiatrist, a parent, somebody. Okay? Leanne, do you have anything you want to add to that? As a parent?
Um, I'm sure you have your friends that you can trust. My youngest daughter had a friend in school that was going through similar issues, and she confided in my youngest daughter. And my youngest daughter would come home and would talk to me about it. And, Mom, what can I do to help her? What can I do to help her? Well, I'm sure most schools are out of school for the summer, but
Right,
you do have your school counselor. That's what I suggested for my daughter, to take her friend and go to the school counselor. Okay.
right,
Um, they, the girls that, we met earlier, they have each other. They seem to be in the same, age range.
right,
Um, no one or nothing is worth ever taking your life over. The bullying, we know ourselves, April. It'll
right.
ease up. You don't
No,
find assholes all the time. Okay.
no.
Is the person jealous? Uh, how beautiful you are
Yes,
inside and out. Okay. Is the person jealous because you have longer hair, you have prettier eyes?
your
Um,
parents drive a better car.
yeah,
It could be a number of things.
right. And kids, I don't know the whole situation, but kids, I've learned, through my children and now my grandchildren,
Right,
how children, besides my own experience, okay, how children are so cruel. And they can say and be a bully to act tough in front of others, or because they know they're hurting you. Okay.
right.
Um, would that child bullying you? Would that child want you to bully them? No. Okay. But you said it all, April. There is 988. Um, it's all right, Diva. Welcome in. And but you said it all. There's 988. Okay, there's counselors. We don't know the whole
Story.
situation with the girls, okay?
Right.
Um, but there's so many sources out there. There really is. And with them being that, age, you know, area or whatever, they've got their friends. They do have their friends.
Most
My
of the time, yes.
uh
Most of the time, yes. There's a few
my
people
eight
that are
year old
learners and who don't.
my 8 year old granddaughter, I found out, April, is currently being bullied, and she told me she's got one friend. Okay, one friend.
Right.
And some do, some don't. You're right. Some do, some don't.
Right.
But like I said, I think you basically have said it all. You know, we want to help folks. We really do. That's what we're here for. We've been there, we've done that. Um, and I'm like you, April. I choose not to be bullied. I refuse to be bullied. I
Right,
will
me
tear
too.
I will tear you a new ass rather than look at you twice. I don't give a shit.
Right.
Okay. I understand they're children. I really do. And it's so much harder. But there's so much more help out there in this day and time than what you and I had growing up.
And this is really touchy for me because I had a cousin 1 week before he was going off to college. He was hit by a train and killed. And it destroyed our family. I mean, it was so hurtful to all of us. He was going places. He was so smart and such a go getter that he would have went places. I guarantee it. And his mom and dad were real close with his best friend's mom and his sister. He had a sister who was a mixed child, and mom and sister hated that brother went off to college and had nobody because his best friend was killed a week earlier.
Oh my
So
goodness.
they went and they found a place to live and they moved there and surprised him. And within no time, this young middle-aged girl, middle school girl, um, was bullied because this is a predominantly white town and they didn't realize it. And her mom come home and found her hanging from her bunk bed, dead. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't care if I get blocked or banned, but this needs to be said. And then that destroyed, not only did it destroy my cousin's best friend, because now he's lost his best friend and his sister within a couple of months of each other. Um, both sets of parents were like parents to the other child. So it was like losing two children.
Yeah.
It wrecked their world. And to this day, and that's been probably 10 years ago, it has never been the same ever for my cousin's family. Okay. And welcome in, Shank. And the point I'm trying to make is you can't unalive yourself. And bullying is wrong. And I've not only lived it myself, but I've seen what it can do. And she's not the only one, you know. And for years, we have raised money and put children who otherwise could not go to college because they didn't. It wasn't that they didn't weren't smart enough and couldn't keep up with, you know, like college, but they couldn't afford it. And
Yeah.
so every year in my cousin's honor and this young girl's honor, that's what they done. And we done rallies for no bullying. And I haven't the last couple of years because of health, you know. Um, but you know, people stop bullying. I refuse to allow people to bully in my zone. It will never happen. It'll happen, but it's not going to continue. Okay.
Right.
And the thing that I do, and Cooley brought this up because you know he called me a badass, and I refer myself now as a badass. I never looked at myself like that, but now I feel like I'm a badass because he convinced me of it. Um, okay, so and then my sister did too, right? So you know, I take that weakness of them and I make it my strength. Okay, and I know not everybody can do that.
Right.
Um, Not everybody is strong enough to do that. But listen, I've lived through cancer. I've had 9 surgeries in since 2019 to 2023. I've been through it all. And so when I'm sitting here, I'm not just preaching to the choir and saying, oh, well, I've not been to this, but this is what you need to do. Okay, I'm telling you, I have been there. My whole entire 57 years of my life, I have dealt with bad parents. My mother had mental illness. My father was a jackass. Um, it rubbed off on other family members and they thought they could be mean and bully. It's crazy what a person can go through. But, I will stand here on what I call national television because this is as close as I get to watching TV. Um, and I will say this, I will say thank you to my mother and my sperm donor father because their evil, the weakness that they put out and used against their children, okay, has made me the strong person I am. And I thank them for that. Every
Yes,
day of my life, I thank them because I could have been a weakling sitting around and still allowing stuff to go on. And I'll tell
right.
you who else I think. I think Miss Leanne, I think Mr. Cooley, and I think all my women and friends here on YouTube and on TikTok, Discord, because we have pulled together and we have decided that this is our journey and we're not going to let anybody stop us. We can't because if we do, then they win. And I'll be damned if they're ever going to win. And that, young ladies, is the attitude that you have to have. And again, I am so sorry that we can't help you, but we just can't. Legally speaking, we can't. Do we want to? Of course. I can tell you that in our whole group, the people that we're tight with, we you would never have to fear being harmed, hurt, nothing. Okay? We only have the best intentions, but the rest of the world doesn't see it like that, unfortunately. And so, what I want you to do is, I'm going to leave this message up, and I want you to let me know in this message that you're going to be okay and that you promise that you're not going to do anything to hurt yourself. And then I want you to go out there and I want you to be the badasses that you have it in you to be. Okay? You be the best person you can be and you do not worry. Stand out. It's okay to stand out. The best people in the world, the ones who make it to the top, are the ones who stand out against the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you're 18, you come back and find me, and that'll be a different story then. Okay? Mwah. Thank you. Now, let's see what Miss Diva has to say here. Um, that's my story, mixed child of the 70s. I was too white for the black kids and too black for the white people. My mom was white, and she remarried a white racist man, so all my sisters and brothers is white, blonde haired, blue eyed, and skinny. But here's me, the mixed child, black child with a short afro and fat. So I got bullied plenty. Mixed kids in the 70s were really bad. Oh, yes. So I always felt some way, but my mom and grandmother always told me to never feel bad about the color of your skin. I've never known why my real dad, sadly, thank God, my grandfather was a great male role model. Love to talk to them. Well, I'm all about Martin Luther King Jr. That man fascinates me. And listen, that man was so much more than, um, I have, I have a story. I can't even tell you what it is because it's not my least favorite. I love all of it, but that is not the one I go by. Okay. See, they knew that man was like me and Cooley and all of us, headstrong. You know, he had tunnel vision. He had a dream. He was so much more than the speech, I have a dream. There we go. I have, I'm crazy sometimes. You have to overlook me. And they knew the only way they were going to shut him up was by assassinating him.
Yep.
Let me tell you, the whole world, okay? You want to shut me up? That's how you're going to have to do it. I was stalked for 6 years on top of everything else, okay? And I'm standing here. You know why? Because I will never give up. I will take everybody's weakness and I will turn it into my strength and I will fight. Will I ever be skinny? Probably not. Will I be healthy? Yeah. I've learned to be healthy. Believe it or not, even at this size, I'm healthier than I've ever been in my life. Okay. And just because I'm sitting here and I look white, I am far from being white. I am part Cherokee Indian and part Black Dutch. People who are Black Dutch, they're darker than most Black people. Okay. And I'm not saying any of this to be racist. Okay. My mother-in-law is from Shanghai, China. I have Black in my family. I am nowhere near racist. Okay. But I will say, just because I look white, I am far from it. If anyone has a problem with that, stroll on, bitches, because I don't give a fuck. All right. And if I ever hear anybody in my presence say anything bad towards Diva, I will whoop their ass. I will hunt them down. Me and my sister Leanne over here will hunt them down and whoop our other sisters, their ass for our other sister. We don't play. Okay. We're not gonna allow bullying. We're not going to put up with bullshit. And it doesn't matter what color your skin is. Okay. I base how I feel about you not on the color of your skin or what religion you are or who you vote for, but for how you treat people in general, not just how you treat me, but how you treat everyone in general. Okay. And just like Diva said, you good. I love all races. See, I'm the same way. Yes, you're much stronger than your younger self. And had you allowed yourself to go and commit suicide, you wouldn't be here today to help other people. Okay. And that's what you're probably here to do. Okay. Just like Leanne's here, she's got a purpose. Okay. Just like Cooley's here and he survived all his shit and he has a purpose. And okay, I already look bad. Okay, and then I had to cry because this is so sensitive to me. So now I feel really like, ugh, but I can't help it. So y'all just have to deal with it. Okay, I'm a badass, but I can be emotional too. Let me get a drink of water. Um, I wonder if we can smoke on TikTok because I sure could use a cigarette right now.
Me too.
um,
You
but
mean on YouTube? Smoke on YouTube.
what did I say?
TikTok.
Oh hell, we know we can't smoke on TikTok. Somebody kicked me under the table if I lost my mind. Um, but yeah, we're all here and we all have a right to be on this planet and to share this planet. And here's
God
the
put us
thing,
here
Martin
for
Luther
a
King
reason.
Jr., he says we begin to, I'm so upset I can't even think straight. Um, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. I
Mm-hmm.
will never be silent again. Oh, I
No.
never really was. I took the bullying. I sat back. I tried to keep my head down. I tried not to be the one that got picked for class to answer a question or get up in front of the class. I didn't want to do nothing extra. Okay. But even as a small child, I'd put my hand on my hip and I'd point at my mother and I'd say, I'm not wearing them ugly black patent shoes. I want my boots and I'm going to wear my boots or I'm not going to church. And I would stand my ground, and I was under the age of 4, and I got to wear my boots to church, and I wouldn't eat meat, and I'd throw it and hit my sperm donor in the head with it. You know why? Because he's a jackass, and I didn't like him then, and he wasn't going to make me eat meat. He thought I was going to eat meat, and I wouldn't do it. Okay, so you just have to be strong. You have to be stronger than your bully because listen, someday they're going to bully the wrong person. Half of them going to end up in the grave, and the other half is going to end up in the gutter. Okay, and so there's no point in anybody doing anything like suicide or allowing them to upset them anymore. I want to stand out, and I know there's people on TikTok who go, my God, she's just loud and she's abrasive and she cusses like a sailor and yada, yada, yada.
And we don't give a shit.
We don't give a fuck, okay?
Yeah.
If I want to take my teeth out on national television, Heather, I will do it, okay?
I don't have no teeth in.
Well, I can't talk without mine, so I got to put them back in. Now if they'll stay. The point is you just have to be yourself, not give a fuck what other people think. And listen, I'm getting hearts over here for taking my teeth out of my mouth. I love whoever done that. Okay, I really do. I love that because I'm just me. I'm sitting here, look, okay, hair all over my head. You think I give a fuck?
Girl,
I
you
do
look
not give a fuck.
beautiful.
I do
You
not
look
care.
beautiful, bushy
Listen,
hair.
like Lisa one day. Here's Lisa. This is for my sister Lisa. They can't be here. Her best friend's son was just killed in a car wreck. Okay,
Oh my God.
she was telling me I can't see. Only her hair is about 10 times thicker than mine and about 5 times longer. And she puts it like this. She says, I can't see. I'm like, I can't imagine why not. Okay? I know. I look like a wild woman. You think I care? I do not fucking care. And you know why I don't care? Because it ain't nobody's damn business.
Hey, April,
Okay?
I don't mean to cut you off, but let me tell you this before I forget because I'm old, you know what I mean? But
Right.
anyways, listen, you gotta go on there, you gotta tell your husband, you gotta act real serious and you can't smile. And you
Okay.
gotta say, honey, I need you to take me to the hospital. Will you go to the hospital with me right now, honey? And if he says, oh my God, April, or oh my God, honey, what the hell? He'll say, what's the matter? Say, I can't see when my eyes are closed.
Your husband tickled me to death today. I love your husband. Like a brother. I love your husband. Um, that's cool. Oh my God, y'all are too funny. Listen, not only do I got these muscles and my flab doesn't flab, even though it's there, girl, I'm laying there today and I stretched my leg out, Cooley, and I couldn't understand. Like, this is my leg, okay, the top of my leg, and then all of a sudden there was this spot like this where my leg was stretched out. I'm like, oh my God, my leg's getting deformed. No, it's fucking
You
muscles.
scared
I'm
me. I'm
starting
on
to have
live on YouTube with April. You scared the shit out of me.
I saw that look. I'm starting to get muscles in the top of my leg, and they're starting to show. I was
Yeah.
like, damn you, Cooley, convincing me to go to the gym. Thank you, brother. I'm starting to get muscles in my leg. Girl, once you get your foot good and healed, there ain't no
Oh,
stopping us, girl.
speaking of my foot, April. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I did all that cleaning yesterday, and I went to 3 stores today, and in and out paying my bills. I come home, and guess what's bleeding again?
Oh no, girl.
And the wound care doctor, she told me, Dr. Gale told me, she said, now, Lee, because I'm like, okay, what do I do, just in case? You know what I mean? And she told me, well, if it starts, whatever again, you know what I mean, leaking, whatever, bleeding, she said, go ahead and put this certain medicine on it and don't get it wet. You know what I mean? So
Back
I
to
go
horror
to,
bathing.
yeah, back to horror bathing,
Girl, I'm
So,
telling you right now that Desitin, when it
yeah,
gets healed up again, start putting I'm telling you, mine healed up just
I'm
like
going
that.
to. I'm going to. I
Then
promise.
doctors don't know what they're talking about. My pharmacist told me that,
But
and it
but
worked.
so I go see her on the 10th, I believe it is, next week,
Right.
and I'm just going to be, just medicating it every day and just winging it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to be
Right.
winging it.
Listen, it's okay, girl. You got to get that foot better. We don't want you losing a foot or leg.
Hey,
But
Cooley, April, I got to show you something. I don't mean to cut you off, April, but I got to show you what I got at Aldi today.
uh-huh. Protein puffs. Protein puffs. I used to love those puffs.
Look, wait. I haven't opened them yet, right? But I opened these.
Oh, jalapeno.
Girl,
You're
my
going to be
mouth
a
was on
spicy
fire.
mama. You're going to be a spicy mama.
Look, this whole bag has got 42 grams of protein and
Woo!
220 calories for the whole bag. And April, they didn't sketch on the serving. These are good, Cooley. These are good. I haven't. They only have the jalapeno cheddar and the and April and the nacho cheese and
Only
the
200 calories for the whole bag. What's the serving size? Half a bag?
2 servings per container.
I was right. Half a bag.
Yeah, so yeah, I was wrong. Sorry. Anyways,
Wow. If you
they
don't have, let me tell you a secret, guys. If you don't have an Aldi's, you can go to Aldi's.com and order stuff. Now, the
oh,
problem with that is you have to order by the case. So instead of paying $1.25, you may have to pay $10 and get like 10 bags or whatever, or 10 items.
in
Um,
April for those thin protein puffs, 2.99 a bag. 2.99 a bag.
Girl, listen, I'm going shopping tomorrow and I will definitely be getting some. I mean,
Yeah,
just something because let me tell you something, those would last me forever because 4 or 5 of those as an in between snack to keep my sugar
yeah,
level no more than what's in it, that would be perfect.
yeah. See, I only ate, I'd say like, cause here, let me open it and show you, cause
Yeah, bring it on out.
they're like, I gotta put my phone down. They're like, shit, look up there.
Girl, do you not have a holder for your phone?
No, that's
Okay.
why, that's why I'm always holding it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Look, this is how little they are.
Okay.
And look how, look, look how full the bag is.
Dang, usually you don't even get that many.
No, it is a full bag. It is so worth it, girl. So, I ate like,
Well, let me tell you something else you guys can do. You can go to Aldi's and where you buy your Ziploc baggies, they have called snack baggies, and they're about this tall. And on the
yeah,
side, they're marked a quarter cup, a half cup, 3/4 cup, and a cup. And if you wanted to be more disciplined so you don't overeat on them, if that's what you're worried about, you could put you so many in those little baggies, zip them up, and you can reuse the bags for the next time around. Okay. And then just grab you one of those to throw in your purse for like on the go. If you're going to be out and you know you might need a snack, there's so many things you can do like that. Um, and they give you that crunch. So, I mean, 42 grams of protein. Girl, even in my own protein drink, literally it's called OWN, it's 32 grams of protein. I could eat that bag and get more protein doing that.
And see, these would be like my Max Mellows. You know the marshmallows I buy.
Right. Couple here, couple there.
Yeah, it's not something that I'll
Okay,
sit.
for us ladies who maybe don't, I mean, I have teeth, obviously. I bought them, but they're mine. But for women who maybe don't have teeth and don't have dentures right now, are those soft enough they could eat them, or would they resolve in their mouth as they suck on them?
Okay, look, you have to, like I said, I put like 5 or 6, I pinched them, put it in my mouth, swirled them around because you ain't got my teeth in. I ain't had them in all day. I ain't felt like wearing them. Okay. And they were like, they don't dissolve, but they're like, when you put them in your mouth and get saliva on them, you know what I mean? Then they're
Right.
easy. They're easy. And,
Okay.
I went without dentures for 13 years. You know that. So my
Right.
gums are pretty tough. So yeah, I mean they're worth a $2.99 a bag. Let me tell you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They sure are. I will be looking into those. Looks like trick cereal, she says.
Yeah,
Um, yeah. See, that would be a nice little just in between meal snack.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. I was going to tell you about it earlier today, but I got sidetracked. You know what I mean.
Has anyone ever been kicked off of YouTube for being so crazy?
Has anyone been kicked off YouTube for smoking?
I know I'm about to have me one too, girl. After all that, that was emotional.
Yeah, but don't you feel
So
better that you got it off your chest?
I do. And Miss Diva, did you write down that phone number? So if you did and you want me to have your number, send it to me. I'm going to in a day or two. Um, you said don't think so. What do you mean don't think so?
Are you talking about my protein puffs, Cooley?
I don't
Am I?
know. See, I'm senile. I think I asked him a question and I don't remember what it was, so I don't know what it don't make sense on the
Just
answer.
like April gives April, I pick on you, April, but I know you're not giving me crap about my chicken fried steak. All right.
Right. I know. I always pick on you on it.
Oh,
Oh, okay, okay. See, that quick, I forgot what the question was. It's a good thing because as bad bitches, we be getting in trouble everywhere we go.
but truly, if you've got an Aldi, go, yeah, when you can go by there and get you a bag or two of them protein puffs. All about being crazy.
Right. Well, let's hope. Let's hope I get something out of this for being so crazy. Who
And
else takes
Cooley,
their teeth?
Cooley, please send me your address on TikTok because if you don't send it to me, I'm going to get it from our badass sister right there because I would love to buy you some Tang and send it to you, but I don't have an address. So how can I just can't write Crazy Cooley, aka sister,
Somewhere in Arizona.
Yeah, somewhere in
They'd be like,
Arizona,
"Oh yeah, we
USA.
know that dude. He's on TikTok. He's on YouTube. Yeah, we know exactly where to send that to him at."
Yeah, you know, you know what I mean. So yeah,
Right.
because see, Cooley, I'm drinking a Tang right now. I'm addicted. Let me tell
I mean,
you.
if crazy, if you want her to have it, I mean, I could even send it to her in a private message, so it's not out there on YouTube or
Yeah, that's what I
TikTok.
mean. Yeah, either way, he send it to me on TikTok in a message or
Dude, if it's like they said, tomorrow will be a week. You might be getting a package tomorrow. It says hazmat, so you never know. It might blow up.
April.
Well,
Oh my God.
They made me send it hazmat.
I know. I
That's so
know.
crazy. I mean, I understand why, but it was funny because I go, nope. I was so sure of something. No, no. What do you mean if the plane crashes and people die, I'm responsible and get to pay for it? We better open this package. And then everybody's package got opened wrong. I opened everybody's package.
Are you cooking right now, Cooley? If so, let me get my purse. I'll be on my way.
Yes, sir.
I'm coming to eat.
And Miss Diva, thank you so much for coming in. I am so glad
Yes,
you're here. I
ma'am.
love you girls. Listen, Mary and Diva and Christy, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody. It's not intentional. It's called old age. You girls are so kind and
I
always
was
make
on your
comments on my
live.
videos. Burgers.
Yeah, he said that on his live. He was having burgers for dinner.
Right.
Okay, burgers.
Now,
Oh,
I know
ew.
you're not going to put it on buns and eat it, right? You're going to eat yours on a plate with veggies with it.
And some jalapenos. No jalapenos. I don't know if he can eat them.
You eating bread, Cooley?
He said, yes, April.
Well, excuse me while I pick my teeth up off the floor. Going to tell us we need to exercise and lose weight. Look at you eating bread over there.
Oh, yes,
And jalapenos.
jalapenos.
Yes, you
No
badass.
bread.
You're a badass. That's what you are.
Oh, okay. She said, I'm Mary.
Oh,
And
well, it's
CTS
a good thing I
Diva.
included. It's a good thing I included both of your personalities.
And Cooley said no bread, April. Cooley said no bread. But
Okay, I don't get it.
jalapenos.
I thought I'd seen Mary put messages up, and I thought girl, now you got me confused. Well, at least now I know Mary and Diva are the same people. Girl, I could be sitting here going, Miss Diva, you know that Mary, blah, 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 blah. Girl, that would have been embarrassing. Y'all need to keep me up to date on these things, girl.
But not if she's got the same picture, though, April.
Well, I don't pay attention to people's pictures because what they look like doesn't matter to me.
No, but that's how you recognize if they're the same person.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
Oh,
mean? That's how you recognize it. Like,
I've never looked. You're beautiful, Miss Diva. Don't
yes,
let
you
anybody
are.
tell you different. Girl, look at you. You're cute as a button. Fuck them mother humpers. They're just jealous. Next time somebody says something, say you're just jealous because you wish you could be as beautiful as me. Yeah, that's what you do right there. Okay, so Miss Diva is a mod in here. Are you a mod in here, Leanne?
Yes.
Okay. Cooley, are you a mod in here?
No,
No.
he's not blue. I'm a mod in his too, April.
Okay, now you are. Aw.
You are now, girlfriend.
Yes, you are now, Sister Cooley.
And Mary, Diva, sister, whatever you want us to call you, girlfriend, it don't matter. You are a
Right.
beautiful lady.
Yes, she says she gets it from her mama.
Well, yeah, your
Cool.
mama must have been beautiful too. I mean, to
Mm-hmm.
me, ugly isn't your looks, it is your attitude.
Actions. Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it's your
You want
attitude.
to talk
That's ugly.
ugly? Let me tell you about ugly. That's when people go in bullying and body shaming and acting all crazy. And see, what I was going to tell you earlier is crazy said, girl, you need to take down those messages You don't want people to feel bad if they see that and think it's okay. And I'm like, but I leave it up there because every time I want to give up, I go look at them messages, and that makes me
Yeah.
work that much harder. But I took them down. So now y'all just gotta, kick me in the ass from time to time and keep me going. It's all Cooley's fault. Girl, this is good water. I love that raspberry black tea and drink enhancer. Good.
I
It's
haven't
making
been thirsty for a tea yet. My uh I've got my like my
I know, isn't that weird? That is kind of weird.
I've got my like my peach tea water enhancer, because I used to
Mm-hmm.
like peach tea. I don't know if I will this summer or not, but I used to.
Girl, I drink
Okay.
peach tea and the raspberry black tea all the time. And I just incorporated in, um, it's the same water enhancer, but it's fruit punch. And see,
Oh
there's no
yeah.
sucrose, there's nothing at all. Cooley and I looked at one day when we was talking. I'm glad I know the difference because I seriously thought it was two different people.
Well,
Oh,
that's not hard to be confused though. It really isn't, April. You know what I
right,
mean?
right. Girl, look at my hair now. Now that I really fluffed it up in the air.
Oh, it's beautiful, girl. I love that length on you.
In August, late August, my bangs were up to here. They're now down to here. Um, and my hair was cut up over my ears and came down to here. And I had probably this much cut off the other day. Um, and I'll tell you, all it was is the hair, skin, and nails Walmart brand, the cheap brand of, it's like a gummy. And
Yeah.
I was doing that once a day. And it just made my hair grow. Because I got up one morning. This is, well, I lost my hair with cancer. I was starting to have issues with thyroid, and I think that's what caused it. And I
Yeah.
got up one morning, was getting ready to go to church, and I walked in the bathroom, and I'm like, I go to comb my hair, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Now, see, my hair used to be below my butt, way below my butt, and it used to be this thick. I mean, outrageous. I
Yeah.
had a fro, girl.
Indian ladies have thick hair.
Well, when I started having issues with my thyroid, I had to get it cut because it started coming out. But I
Yeah.
went to comb my hair that morning, and no joke, a strip this wide right here was missing out of my hair, like this whole section. It was like someone took all this and I lost it. And then on both sides, and then up here on this side, okay, obviously I have hair now, but this
Yeah.
side had a patch like this that was
Yeah.
missing hair. I lost my shit. I'm looking all over the bathroom. There's no hair. I run in the bedroom. I'm looking all over the place. So I had to part my hair over this way. Okay.
Which it
And then
looks
I
good
had to
like
pull
that.
it up. Then I had to pull it up in like this so nobody would tell that I had half my hair missing,
Yeah.
And so I I freaked out. It was bad. It was really bad.
Look,
And
April, last year I told you I had the scare with my white blood cell count. It was high. And they sent me they referred me into the cancer center here. And like within a week, you know what I mean? So it was like really scary. And Holly asked me, she said, Mom, what? She was like questioning how I felt. My daughter's not dumb. You know this.
Right.
And she's like, Mom, what are you going to do if you do have cancer? I thought about it, and I said, well, the first thing I'm going to do is shave my head. That's what I told her. I said, I'm going to shave my head. She said, and I'm going to shave mine too. She said, that answered my question, Mom. I said, what if I do have cancer, radiation or
Listen, one of
chemotherapy?
our sisters or brothers on here gets cancer and loses their hair, we'll all shave our heads.
Yeah. Anyway, she said, so she said that answers my question, would you do radiation or chemo? You know what I mean? Well, yes, I have a lot to live for. I'm never have been, and I never will be one of those bitches to just lay down and give up. I don't give a shit.
High five, sister.
That's
High
right,
five.
girl. That's right.
Mm.
And she's like, okay, Mom, you answered all my questions right there. So it turned out not to be, but anyways, she, she
When I had
is,
cancer the first time, my doctor come in and said, well, girl, you survived. And I said, yes, sir, I knew I would. And
yeah.
he said, so now we're going to set you up with some chemo and radiation. And I said, no, sir, no, you won't. He says, listen, you have went along with this program with absolutely the most positive attitude to be so young. Now you're going to fight me on things? And I said, no, sir, it's not like that. And he said, then explain to me what it's about. And I said, okay. I was a much better Christian back then than I am today. Like I didn't cuss, I didn't rant. I was a good little girl. Okay. And I said to him, I said, well, New Orleans ruined me, by the way. I said, well, you know, God does everything in his time. And God says we must first help ourselves and then he'll help us. And so I did my part. I done everything you asked. I didn't question it. I done the surgery and I said, but now it's God's turn. And either I'm going to live or I'm going to die. But if I'm going to die from this, I want to be able to spend what little time I have left living.
Yeah.
He said, you're the most stubborn girl I've ever met. And I said, listen, they don't call me a bitch for nothing. Those were my words. And that was back in my early 20s. They don't call me a bitch for nothing. And I snapped my fingers at him. And he looked at me and I said, I know, girl. And he said, I don't know where you get your expressions. Well, it's because I had gay friends.
Yeah.
Girl, you know it. And
Yeah.
so, and I loved my gay friends. Most of them were men, but just because that's who I attracted. Um, so he, well, I feel like you should change your mind. And I said, no, no, not at this point in time. If I, in a few months, if it shows that, hey, this could be an issue, that it could be coming back, whatever, I said, then yeah, I'll probably go ahead and do it. But at this point in time, let's just see what kind of plans God has for me. He just shook his head and I said, by the way, can you take this pain medicine out of my arm? He said, why? You're going to be in pain. And I said, well, because ever since we come out of surgery, I woke up in the middle of surgery, first off. Okay.
Oh.
My last words were, Doc, you can knock me out, but you can't keep me out. Okay. And he started whistling the Mad Hatter and goes, start counting down from 100. And I said 199. I was out. I woke up and I said, Doc, now I was in surgery 9 hours. I said, Doc, I told you you could knock me out, but you couldn't keep me out. His eyes got this big and he just stopped right in the middle of surgery. He said, get the anesthesiologist and keep her calm. I said, dude, I'm calm. I said, do I look like I'm not calm? And he said, Just stay calm over there. I said, you stay calm over there. You're the ones holding the sharp knives. And I could see him operating up on the screen. They had a sheet up so I couldn't actually see myself, but I could
Yeah.
see it on the screen. And he goes, I need to turn that TV off. I said, no, you don't. This is fascinating. How many layers of skin did you go through? He said he went through 7 or 8 layers. And I'm
Dang.
like, okay. And he told me, he said, I've never met anybody like you, girl. He said, you scared the shit out of me when you woke up in the middle of surgery. He said, you weren't kidding when you said I could knock you out, but I couldn't keep you out. I said, you ain't seen nothing yet, Doc. I said, just test me. I said, but I hate to tell you, I knew when I come out of surgery, this IV was just hanging in my arm. It's not been in my vein since I come out of surgery. He said, son of a bitch, just like that. And I said, I've never heard you cuss before. He said, you're the first patient that's ever given me a reason to want to cuss. And he said, let me put it back in. Well, this nurse come in. I looked like I had been a drug addict. They poked me 5, 6, 7 times here, 5, 6, 7 times over here. They blew a couple veins in here on my arm.
Oh.
I said, they started from my feet. I said, you touch my feet and I will black both of your eyes. You go out there and you get my doctor. He said he would wait outside. You go get him and do not come back in this room. And I said, Doc, look what she's done to me. I said, I don't want that back in my arms. He goes, I've never heard tell somebody having major surgery, 9 hours in surgery, and you don't want pain medicine. I said, I don't need it. He said, well, I'm going to put some PRNs for you. And he did. He put 2 or 3 different kinds. And he left, and I told the nurse, I said, hey, I need to get up and go curl my hair and clean up and put makeup on. My boyfriend's coming to see me. She said, you get out of that bed and I will knock you out. She did no sooner leave that room. Now, this is after I woke up and realized I'd flirted with my roommate's husband and all that crap, right? She says, girl, you need to get up. I said, yes, I do. She goes, come on. She put a pillow up against my stomach. She said, hold on to this pillow. And I got up and she got me to the bathroom and she held the pillow and I curled my hair real quick and put my makeup on and put things, gowns on. And I got back in the bed and the nurse come in there. She looked at me and she goes, how the hell did you get your hair curled and your makeup on? I said, I wished it to happen. I wished it to happen and it happened. She says, she was pissed. And my boyfriend came and she made him leave after no time. And then this new nurse come in and she said, it's time for your shot and your meds. I said, I don't want no meds. And she says, tough shit, jab. She knocked my ass out, and girl, I didn't wake up until the next day. My roommate was calling my doctor's office because she heard his name and was leaving message after message after message and saying, please come to this hospital. There's something wrong with her. The nurses won't check her. She hasn't woke up. That bitch got fired the next day. He fired her right there in the room with me. Yes, he did.
Good.
He said, that's a PRN. And she said she didn't want it. Her roommate is testified to that.
Yeah.
You can't do, she said, I done it to shut her up. He said, you can't do that.
Right.
Yep. So yeah, I was strong. And I will never allow somebody to make me weak. If I'm going to be weak, it's because I choose to be weak, not because somebody's going to make me weak.
Right.
For that. This is my third live today on YouTube. Cooley, this is all your fault. Don't tell me I need to go live more often. This is what happens. You get to see my bad side with my hair uncombed. The first one I had to hang up because I was about to have an accident on myself. Yes, my live should come with a warning that flashes. You never know what you're going to hear, see, or whatever in this live. So if you're easily offended, move on. But before you do, please subscribe because I want to get to 1,000 followers. No.
I'm going off camera. I'm gonna put my phone down because I need a cigarette.
Well, ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
Lisa had sent a live request. Miss Diva, do you want to go to TikTok and go see the rest of the ladies over there?
Well, April, I thank God every day that you're still here to be my big sister that I've never had.
Are you calling me fat? You just called me big. No, I'm teasing.
Oh my God. Yeah, fat with a PHAT,
And
bitch.
cheese. That's right, bitch. You know I love you. I'm glad I'm still here too, because I wouldn't have met my husband, and he's so
Right.
wonderful. And I wouldn't have met, my best friend of almost 40 years. I absolutely love her dearly. And I wouldn't have met my bro so. I'm gonna call him my bro so, my brother sister, Mr. Cooley. And
Well, can you need this milk, honey?
He never said. And Holly just come in, so I'm if I hang up, will it end you?
no, I'm gonna hang up too. But are you gonna come to Lisa's live?
Yeah, and Holly just
Okay,
come
I'll
in
let her
from work.
know.
All
All
right.
right, guys, I love you. Thank you for being here. Again, I apologize to these young women. I wish we could do more. Love to everybody. Purple said, love, love, love. And if you can't love, just be a badass bitch. Mwah.
Yep. I'll see you on TikTok.
Yes, ma'am.